Haha, the tell! If you're wondering why I have a blanket over me. Because I can. And let me take off my headphone. Oh, okay. There you go. Anyway. Hang on, guys. Sorry about that. I got another message. But anyway, this is my reaction rant to Arrow Season 5, Episode 20, titled Underneath. Again, my explanation, the reason why I'm like this is because, I'm semi-cold. I don't know why. But then again, it's kind of windy outside. It's so windy that it's actually making my old-looking roof, creak. So, it's unnerving. Hang on for a sec, guys. Sorry about that. I thought I heard something, for real. It's, like, very unnerving when you have a very old, creaky roof and it's windy. But anyway, last we saw, Oliver and Felicity were in the Arrow Cave, and, Felicity activated that one tracker thing that she got from her Helix friends, and, it tracked Adrian Chase. It actually tracked him down to their building, and then all of a sudden explosions happened, knocking them both out. Apparently, according to Felicity, the explosion was actually an EMP, because she said all electronics are off, and Oliver's like, how do you know? And she's like, because the chip that Curtis made to help me walk has been fried. I cannot feel my legs, right? So all the equipment has been deactivated, which pretty much strands Oliver and Felicity. They can't go back upstairs. They're literally stuck in the Arrow Cave because the only way to get up there is elevator, and the elevator's out, right? And Felicity is back to being paralyzed again because the chip has been fried. The one that Curtis has for her, the one that helps her walk. And, during all this, Curtis, he's actually trying to get a hold of Felicity. While, Lance is trying to get a hold of Oliver, because they need Oliver back at, they need Mayor Queen, but they can't get a hold of him. Curtis can't get a hold of Felicity. And so, because of that, he actually goes over to try to get to the Arrow Cave, and as he's there, he notices that there's a power outage in the upper floors. And as he's pressing the button to open the elevator, the secret elevator to the Arrow Cave, it doesn't work either. So he pretty much figures out that there's something actually wrong, and that Felicity and Oliver, they're not off the grid. They just can't get a hold of anybody, right? And so Curtis informs Renee and Dinah, and if I remember correctly in the episode, we have some more marital problems between Diggle and Lila, because Diggle's having trouble with Lila's way of running Argus. And, but Curtis, Renee, and Dinah end up at their place, and then they tell them what happened with Oliver and Felicity, and they manage to put their problems in the back burner the moment they hear that Oliver and Felicity are trapped in the Arrow Cave. And so, as Oliver and Felicity are there, we're getting, like, flashbacks. I'm not really into the flashbacks, but we do see a flashback that apparently occurs 11 months before all this happened, and you see Oliver, Felicity, and Curtis working together. This is obviously before Oliver got Renee and our girl Artemis. You know, it was literally just Curtis helping out, and Curtis is playing matchmaker in these flashbacks because he pretty much arranges some alone time for Oliver and Felicity in the Arrow Cave, and you know they're eating, they're drinking wine. They're obviously a little drunk, right? And they're talking about their breakup, and they end up having sex in the lair together. But like overall, in the flashbacks, Felicity decides that she still doesn't want to get back with Oliver because she still doesn't. It's about the whole trust thing, you know. Felicity doesn't want to get back with Oliver mainly because he didn't trust her with valuable information. It's kind of also with Diggle and Lila in this episode, where they're having trust issues similar to what Felicity and Oliver have, right? Which I thought was interesting. Anyway, hang on for a sec. I'm sorry, guys. The creaking is creeping me out, guys. It really is. But anyway, I'm not gonna get too much into the flashbacks because, in all honesty, I don't want to get into the whole Olicity thing going on. But I think it's funny that Curtis was playing Matchmaker 11 months ago. I thought that was hilarious. That was kind of cute. Anyway, what you call it? Oliver and Felicity, they're like trying to figure ways to get out of there, and unfortunately, one of the pipes inside the Arrow Cave broke, and apparently it wasn't a normal pipe. It was actually a methane gas pipe. And so the Arrow Cave is slowly filling up with methane gas. And so, like, Oliver can't use any of his explosive arrows, because if he does, with the methane gas leaking into the base, it'll explode, right? So they're trying to find a non-explosive way to get the hell out of there. Oliver tries scaling the, he tries to scale the elevator. He opens it and tries to scale it, but then he gets sparked, like, bzz, ends up falling down the elevator shaft, ends up getting injured to the point where I think he got, like, it looked like a nail. I'm not sure if it was a nail or, like, a giant-ass screw or something that was on the elevator shaft pretty much punctured him, and so not only is there methane gas leaking to the base, Oliver is severely injured and losing blood, like, fast, right? And of course, Felicity is still paralyzed because the implant's not working anymore, right? So, we get on the other side, Diggle, Lila, Renee, Dinah, and Curtis. They're trying to get into the Arrow Cave. At first, Curtis and Renee try to scale down the same elevator shaft, and they're trying to, burn their way through, with a... God, I forgot what those things are called, but, Renee's the one trying to, like, burn a hole through the top of the elevator, and that's when Curtis noticed there's a methane gas leak, and pretty much saves Renee from getting burned to death, but he ends up getting burned in the arm in the process. Just a little, not that much, though, thank God. But, if I remember correctly, Oliver and Felicity managed to get pretty damn low down underneath the base, but it was still a dead end, right? And Oliver's losing a lot of blood to the point where he passes out, to the point where Felicity actually thought he was like seriously dead. And she's like crying over his body and everything, and the cool thing is, well, not really cool, but Lila shows up saying, if you need any equipment, Argus will help you, right? And she comes back with one of Curtis's T-spheres. And it's like, Curtis is in shock, and he's kind of mad, because he's like, you copied my T-spheres? And of course, Diggle is offended by that, because it's like, you took one of our equipment without asking, and you cloned it, and all that stuff, right? And it makes Diggle not like the whole Argus thing even more. But, anyway, at one point, I remember Diggle, he's lowered down the access shaft by Renee, Dinah, and Curtis, and Oliver and Felicity, they meet him halfway. But what happened was, before that, Oliver collapsed because of the blood loss, and luckily for them, the T-sphere that Lila had given to Curtis put like an adrenaline shot in there, and Felicity used it on Oliver, gave him a boost so they could meet Diggle halfway. And, Oliver manages to do the greatest Hail Mary jump I've ever seen in my life, because Diggle, when he lowered down, he gets to the stairway. There's like a little stair thing, ladder, in the elevator shaft. Half of it breaks off when he lands on there. And so, Oliver, while carrying a pretty much crippled Felicity, has to jump over to Diggle, who's on the other side, and at a length and distance, man. It's like, this is Diggle right here. This is the ladder where Diggle is right here, and the little area where Oliver and Felicity, they're like right here. And he has to like run and jump and at least try to catch Diggle's hand while he's piggybacking of crippled Felicity. I thought that was an amazing feature right there. It's like, damn. If the actor Stephen Amell pulled that jump off, while actually holding the actress playing Felicity. Bravo! That was badass. I'm beautiful, right? But anyway, yeah, they managed to save Oliver and Felicity, and they managed to get Felicity's spine chip thingy working so she can walk. Oliver's healing and stuff like that, and both Oliver and Felicity and Diggle and Lila have been shown to kind of work out their problems. I don't want to get too much into detail because, but I like the fact that Diggle and Lila actually patch things up because they're the only couple I'm actually rooting for right now on Arrow that has not been corrupted yet. And then when I saw that they're having marital problems because of the whole Argus thing, I was scared that my number one Arrow couple was literally going to break up and little John Diggle Jr. would have divorced parents and I'll be pissed so bad. Oh my god, that was the only thing I was looking forward to. The making up of Diggle and Lila. That's all. We're good. But, what scared the crap out of me was the fact that Adrian Chase, managed to track down Oliver's son, William, who I'm guessing is like in a witness protection program or something, because when Chase first confronts William, he calls him William out loud. He's like, I'm sorry, my name's like Matthew or something like that. He's like, oh no, your name was William back when you were with your mom in Central City. And William's like, you knew my mom? I was like, oh no, I knew your dad. And he knew my dad. I was like, oh god. Oh, he found him. Oh, not even like witness protection could save this kid. Oh my god. I'm scared for this kid's life. I'm kind of scared that it might be one of those shows, like I've seen this kind of show where a crazy person targets the family of like a cop. Like, shoot, what was it? Criminal Minds. Anyone know that show, Criminal Minds? There was this one time where this crazy killer maniac tracks down one of the Criminal Mind dudes' family, and they're like under witness protection too, right? And pretty much, spoiler alert for people who actually watch the show have never seen the episode. Basically, the guy kills the mom, but the kid, he manages to hide away from the killer long enough for the dad and the rest of the Criminal Mind people to pretty much, arrest the dude or kill him. I don't know. I forgot what happened to him really, but the kid was safe. He did this thing where the dad taught him if anything were bad to happen, to hide in a specific place and not come out until the dad got him, right? And that's what the kid did. Unfortunately, the mom got killed by the psycho killer. So I'm kind of hoping this doesn't happen with Chase, because now that Chase has tracked down William, he could get to the mother. So I'm kind of scared that Chase might kill William's mother, and William is gonna be in some serious danger, right? So I'm happy for this episode, mainly because of Diggle and Lila, but I'm really scared for William, and especially his mother, because I really don't want her to get killed in the crossfire, because that would suck. But that would mean Oliver would get his son William, and he had to raise him, right? So I kind of want to see that happen. I kind of want to see not Diggle. I want to see Oliver raise his son, but I really don't want the mother to be killed in Crossfire. That would suck! But anyway, that is my reaction to Arrow, Season 5, Episode 20, titled Underneath. Peace, BooTube.